Hmm.
Excuse me. Yes, we're now on level 3, so I'm a level 3 lizard folk barbarian. And she wants to eat everything, but she's trying to calm down a little bit.
I am a half-human, half-elf druid raised in the forest by wolves and another druid. As everyone killed my people, or somebody killed all my people. I know, really.
Hi, how's it going? So, I am Tobias Salazar, with my dragon companion / idol on Arok Iron Scale, and I am special sorcerer. And also, I'm just average human. Fair enough.
Greater good. Aw. So, do you want to do that again? Because apparently you're muted on stream.
I apologize, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Rewind and
yeah. So yeah, we just did a whole intro, and I was muted. That was great. Do you really want me to do that again? I will do it again.
I think it was only us that could hear it. So.
Yeah, I'm playing a dwarven valor bard by the name of Ulfgar Holderheck. And here's the recap for those that were just watching me mouth a whole bunch of words. Our group of adventurers continues in their pursuit of the Soulmonger, an artifact said to be cursing all those that have been resurrected before to waste away to nothing. Their search has brought them to a land called Chult, where dinosaurs roam wild. Needing a guide, they employed the help of Azaka, a local and shapeshifter skilled in the ways of the jungle, but her fee required them to first help her recover a wooden mask of some sentimental value that had been stolen by the Terrafolk. These flying pterodactyl humanoids are known for being malicious and ruthless, and were found to be roosting in an ancient tower called Firefinger. Our group scaled the tower and defeated many a threat, also rescuing a couple captives, a human summoner named Tobias, aka Nerevar, and a winged Aarakocra named Nefrir. Tobias decided to join the group, while Nefrir offered hospitality with his people, and a distraction to allow the group to escape. With the help of the new members, the group was able to recover the lost mask and Tobias' summoning gauntlet, which was used to allow them to defeat their foes and escape the crumbling ruin. Now all that remains is to catch up with their guide and deserter, Azaka. Once again, apologies. And so, Kashka, take it away. Tomb of Annihilation.
Tomb of Annihilation. You're all annihilated. Thanks for playing.
Yay! I just lost the game. Yay!
So I think if we get into a little bit more of the detail of where we left off last time, you had just exited or just finished climbing down the last ladder as you were escaping from the tower, having seen off many of your foe, and you spotted, I think it was Callisto that spotted Azaka is semi-hiding out, feeling fairly sheepish in trees at the edge of the forest line. So if you imagine Firefinger, there's, it's very kind of tall stone structure, and there's this kind of clearing of forest around the edge. It used to be a lot bigger, but the forest is now kind of taking it back. So it's starting to encroach on this clearing, and in the tree line at the edge of the clearing, Callisto spotted Azaka in amongst the trees, and I think you were all making your way over to go talk to her, and some of you might have been traveling a little faster than others because you're kind of pissed off at her. So, so that's where we left it. So, Azaka is kind of semi-hiding out in the trees.
Well, she probably sees our party running pretty much straight for her, so...
Yeah, I took off before everybody.
Yeah.
She started right after she said she's over there. I just took off running.
Yeah. And she sees you coming, and she kind of starts clambering down she was kind of up in the lower branches of some of the trees, and she starts kind of clambering down from the trees as she sees you heading towards her.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Wait, she was in a tree?
She was like up in the lower branches, yeah. She was in amongst the trees. Yeah. But she wasn't going to hang out on the ground while
right.
waiting for you guys.
So then, yeah. I don't know who gets there first, so...
Yeah, I'm just running after
Valia.
Valia before she eats Azaka.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I think Valia, you're going to get to Azaka first, closely followed by Callisto and the rest of the group.
Yep. I get to her and I tell her, do you know what kind of crap we've just went through? You'd abandon us. You're supposed to be a guy. You're supposed to be brave and strong, but yet here you are cowering in a tree. Very, very not happy. I was knocked unconscious. I just smell stinky bird people, pterodactyl people. It's gross. You're lucky we saved this poor guy that's with us, and we saved another person. No thanks to you. I'm just like, my hands are waving in the air, and I'm just like trying not to be too loud in case there's anything else around, but still like really angry.
She's looking. You see, she's semi paying attention to what you're saying, but you can see her kind of looking in amongst you as well. She's looking at your hands, looking at your packs, like she's kind of peering around.
Ulfgar is just kind of like checking himself over to make sure he's got all of his stuff, and he's like, "That was exhilarating." See, I told you joining the Emerald Enclave would be good. We get to do adventures like that all the time. Now, Azaka.
I just point backwards and see, and I had to put up with that the whole time. Talking.
You're just a whiner. Can't take a little criticism.
I just side glance. Like, just give him the side glance, and I snap in Azaka's face. I'm like, oh, I know what you're looking for. You're looking for the mask, aren't you?
She says, she stops looking for the mask, and she looks you dead in the eyes, and she says, I should have told you about my fear of heights. She says, for that I apologize.
I just take a deep sigh, and I look at Ulfgar, and I look back at Azaka, and I tell her, we all have fears, but as a party, you need to start letting people know what kind of fears you have. As I said, I was knocked unconscious and almost died. Not to mention, they could have eaten Ulfgar. Look how little he is. They would have eaten him in one bite.
As you can tell, she
Swallow.
might be exaggerating a bit. We were fine, but still, you did put us at risk, and honestly, it could be considered treasonous behavior. You're lucky that I'm a forgiving kind of dwarf.
When you say treasonous, I mean, if she had had a mouthful of water, she would have spat it all over you. She scoffs heavily at your treasonous comment, and you can see she's kind of biting her tongue a little bit.
I just tell her, I was like, how would your people feel knowing that we're here to help you and your people, but you abandon us? How do you think they would feel about that?
And she's like, she's like, the agreement we had is that you would help me get my mask back in exchange for me guiding you through the jungle. I have
Help.
and will continue to guide you through the jungle. Do you have my mask?
Help. There's that word again. Help. That requires a full party, you realize. Full party. I just look at Ulfgar. I was like, it's in my bag. I just look at Ulfgar. Hey, you want it? You can get it.
He reaches in her bag and grabs the mask. And he gives it to Valia. And then looks over at Tobias and Callisto and says, are you two all right? I'm concerned about your pet there, Tobias. It didn't look like it. Well, it got us out of there, but
It took some hard hits.
it disappeared. Is
He'll be somewhat fine. We've seen better days. So that's guide of yours, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Azaka, this is Tobias. He actually more or less helped us get out of there. He summoned a flying beast to cause, at the very least, a distraction so that we were able to take out the leader of the Terrafolk, which caused the rest to fly off. We also had help from an Aarakocra tribal warrior up there that was, as Valia had mentioned, was taken hostage. We set him free, and we have another spot that we could feasibly stay in the future among his people if we need to, down in Ker Sabal.
She puts her hand out to you, Tobias, to shake your hand.
I'm just doing a quick bow.
She says, I'm very grateful for your help.
For rescuing me from the tower.
So, Azaka, do you happen to have any healing powers? Because, I could use a little bit of heal before you get your mask.
I don't think she does. Let me check.
By the way, how are you, Callisto? I don't think I heard your response.
I'm just standing there, kind of a little smirk on my face, watching the whole thing go down.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything like that. She's more like fighter than any kind of healer. So.
Well, I think we're fairly strapped at the moment. If we could find a safe place to make camp for the night, obviously I think we'll forego any kind of fires and perhaps have some kind of shelter from the sky. We could probably do with a good long rest.
Yes, I agree. I hold the mask out to Azaka, and as she grabs it, I pull her in close and kind of whisper, if you mess up again, I will not hesitate to eat you in front of everybody. I said, but here's your mask, and I hope your people are happy with it. And I let it go and walk. I just kind of walk off a little bit.
What's Azaka's facial expression to that response? to that threat,
she-
I guess.
Her face turns like to stone. You see actually her jaw clench,
Mhm.
you know, and her eyes get this kind of stony look on them, and she flicks her eyes over without like moving her face. She flicks her eyes over to you, Ulfgar, and doesn't say anything. Doesn't really move, and then she reaches over to where her pack is, and she brings forward. She's got like a kind of coral of iguana. She's like, food.
I'll pick up the food and say thank you. I don't want to be involved in the drama.
I just go wait by a tree and like look over my wounds and stuff.
Well, I suppose we should choose our next destination so that our guide can best guide us. As much as I'd like to visit Carsabal, I think it might be in our best interest to head west towards multiples of our other options. That being Camp Righteous, Vorn, Mbala, many places that we could potentially find or at least gain more clues about the Soulmonger, as well as fulfill the requests of some princes in the city if we are able to find Vorn as well. If Camp Righteous is intact, I wouldn't mind a re-equip.
Yeah, I agree.
And if it's not, then perhaps we might be able to salvage something out of it. Or at least report back to Port Nyanzaru in the end about the status of it.
Azaka says, I'm happy to rest with you for the night. She's like, I can keep watch. And she says, I can guide you to Camp Righteous. She says, do you prefer to go by land or by the rivers?
Which in your opinion is safer?
Yeah.
Says the rivers are safer. She says there is dense jungle between us and Camp Righteous if we go by land. She says, but it will take significantly longer.
I vote
Well,
quicker.
The rivers are probably more open, and if something were to actually catch us by surprise, we might be able to see it beforehand, as opposed to something dense that we're not used to seeing. It may take longer, but I'd rather take a bit safer path, especially right now.
So if you take a look at the map with her, she says we need to travel back up to by Port Nyanzaru and then down the river Oceanstar.
So we are heading back to Port Nyanzaru then.
It would appear so.
It has to take the overland.
Would heading straight west end up being one of those don't go into the heart of the jungle mistakes?
She says it's dense jungle. She says, but I think we can handle it.
Very well.
Oh, okay. I don't want to have to backtrack.
Yes, I'm more for the straighter approach then. Head through the jungle, but perhaps we try and find a safe spot for the night.
Yeah, I agree. Let's head straight to through the jungle.
Okay. So do you want to camp pretty much where you are for the night then, and then set out the following morning?
Oh, I feel like that might be a slight mistake.
What's that?
Camping where we're at.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get a little bit further away.
Azaka suggests that you could try crossing the river and camp on the other side of the river from Firefinger.
That sounds good.
Provided that crossing the river isn't some like epic task or anything.
You guys did it before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But
have
I-
any problem in water. I'm actually probably going to sleep in part of it.
I potentially could summon my Eidolon again, but I need a rest. So I'm out of options for now.
Okay. So, let me do. Actually, I'm gonna do 2. Okay. So, so you're actually able to cross the river, without any incident.
Hooray!
I'm going to move your little party icon over there.
Ooh.
So you're on the other side of the river. You could find a decent spot to make camp, and also kind of a little bit of like out of character talk, shall we say? I'm going to rework the way that I'm running random encounters. Sorry for the break in immersion here, but I do want to kind of like let you know that so that we're not just constantly rolling all the time. Like what I've got is I've got a table, a pre-made table of random encounters. So basically I'm going to track the days that we travel, and I've kind of pre-rolled them. So when we come across like a random encounter in the jungle, then I will, I'll have whoever's kind of taking watch make perception checks. Or if it's during the day, then you guys will all get the opportunity to kind of notice this thing. So again, it's just so that we're not like spending all our time rolling for boring stuff. So okay. So then we've crossed the river. So let me check my table then for this first one. The other thing that I've got going is I'm going to start including some weather with you, because I know that this is totally my bad. I haven't been running weather as much as I should. So so
Yeah,
I'm going
we
to start
almost ran
doing
out of
that.
water, so.
Yeah. So at the moment, actually, it is not. There is not any rain. So yeah, that's.
I can predict the weather.
Maybe a good thing. Okay, then you feel like it might be light rain tomorrow.
Good. We can get water.
So you guys set up camp. Yeah, I mean, Azaka did try to make herself a little useful while you were busy risking your life for her, and she caught some iguanas for you for dinner. So, so you have like resources to make a fairly hearty meal. Over a small campfire.
Okay.
And the rest of the evening passes without incident, unless there is something that you would all like to do.
I would like to summon my Eidolon again.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, after you all rest, then I mean, everybody can gain back their hit points if you're down. You can use hit dice to gain those back. Do your summoning, whatever else you would like to do.
Actually,
in the morning.
We just regain our hit dice on a long rest then, yes?
Yes. I had to think about that because we were sorry. Anyway, there's like so many house rules in other campaigns. It's like, what are we doing again?
So we basically regain all of our hit points, all of our spells, inspiration, abilities, whatever, and our hit dice, and are good to go.
So we're doing a long rest.
That's what I was implying when I was wanting to rest.
Yeah.
First watch.
I would
Okay.
assume that when we do watches, we're probably gonna do watches in twos or singles. What do you guys want to do, just in the future, for if Kashka asks us? So there's
Probably
what?
doubles.
Yeah,
Doubles would be
Okay.
fine.
yeah, let's do doubles then.
All right. So if you need us to, Kashka, just let us know, and we'll draw straws for perceptions. All right. I feel refreshed.
All right. So yeah, when you wake up the following morning, so the night passes without incident, and when you wake up the following morning, it is lightly raining.
Look at
That's
that.
kind of
Callisto knew this.
a
You could
warm
be a
rain.
meteorologist. I don't know what that is, but you could be one, I'm sure.
So yeah, light rain, and Azaka kind of motions you to start heading west. So
Ollie, do you want to get the stuff out to get some water?
Is it raining now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
go ahead and
raining.
set that out. I'll tell them let us fill up our water skins first before we carry on, just in case. And I'll
Yeah.
set the water catcher up.
I don't think we'd need to wait too long, because I think it's only been like a day and a half since the last time we did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we were in Firefinger and it was
Yeah.
really hot and muggy in there.
Right.
I
I was
would
just
assume
saying
we're
that.
gonna get really thirsty.
I don't think that we've drank too much, but
Yeah.
that's a good idea. We waited last time and almost perished for it.
Yeah.
We don't have to anymore.
Oh yeah?
'Cause I can purify food and drink.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's good
Oh,
to
yeah.
know.
Okay. While we're waiting to get some water, I'm just kind of like shaving down this little like figurine, and then every time we move, I'll just put it back in my pack.
Okay.
okay, cool. All right. Yeah, you're able to collect enough rainwater if you want to do the rainwater thing, or
Mhm.
Callisto, if you want to do the purify water, you could just snag it from the river. So yeah.
That's true. Okay. Guess we're ready to go then.
Okay. All right. So then
As we're walking, I kind of get close to Ulfgar and be like, "Is that a little too harsh with Azaka?"
You might have bruised her ego a bit, and she doesn't seem to take kindly to that. But honestly, she should have also told us up front. She had a good shouting coming at her, and obviously you gave that to her, so I think we can move on.
Okay. I'm like, I just kind of look at him. I'm like, I'm trying to work on, being, I guess, nicer.
Well,
But
you might want
I-
to cut out the "I'm going to eat you" comments then. that might be going a step too far. I know it's normal for your people to do so, but still, it's not normal for others.
okay, I'll just wait till they're dead, and then I'll tell them I'll eat them.
I'm sure they won't mind as much at that point.
They taste better when they don't complain. Just say it. I just kind of giggle and walk ahead.
Just remember, I've got the magic to help flavor your food, so yeah.
I just pretend I didn't hear that.
So what kind of pace are you guys moving at? Are you moving at like a normal pace, or are you kind of hustling, or going a bit faster, or?
I would think normal, since we're kind of cautious. It's a thick foresty area.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Callisto, on the other hand, is all like guns ablazing. Let's book it, running ahead of everybody, tearing up the train. Kidding.
I'm probably a little impatient, but
So do we have your automaton-looking dragon accompanying us now, Tobias?
Yeah,
Excellent.
and you were very surprised to see him. I do also you some explanation about him.
Well,
I'm
do
looking-
tell. We seem to have a bit of time along this path.
So, do you know anything about the order?
Just
Well,
a few rumors here and there about them, but I really don't know anything of fact.
Arak basically. How to tell this? I was partnered with him. He was my companion since I was 14. When I just joined the order. Companion was merely a thing to say. It was more like my brother because the order treating humans and other races with dragons as equals. That is just merely shadow of his former form, of his former self. Basically, he died where we were on the mission. It was simple delivery, but we were attacked by a group of mages, and when the attack was over, I was so wounded. Arag was dead, but when the older members of the order tried to resurrect him, something failed, and he was trapped inside of one of the gems that we were transporting to the order. I was pointing on my gauntlet. See, that's where he resides now, where he is in this plane.
I wonder if this soulmonger we seem to be on a journey for ourselves perhaps may have caused that issue to go awry like it did. And Ulfgar would tell you about the quest that we're currently on for the soulmonger and the reasons for it, etc.
I get it now. But
I point at the dragon and I'm like, that's your friend? Like, kind of confused.
Arak just turning about her. Of course I am.
It talks.
Of course I'm capable of speech. I'm a dragon, not some merry lizard.
Hey! It's not very nice, dragon.
Ulfgar doubles over laughing.
Side glance to Ulfgar. Like, okay.
Oh.
I just mumble to myself and walk ahead. Dragon.
Arak chuckles, sort of metallic voice.
Ulfgar says, Arak, you're alright with me. Come on, Valia, don't be like that. And he just starts walking off after.
So as you guys are walking, actually, and the rain continues kind of throughout the day. The Azaka she's kind of keeping a little bit of distance between herself and the rest of the group. She's out in front, kind of pushing her way through the vegetation. Using her scimitar where she needs to kind of cut it back a little bit as she pushes through. She never loses sight of you, and she's not too, maybe she's got like extra 10 feet between you and her. But she's keeping a little bit of distance between you all. The day passes without incident, and Azaka suggests a place to make camp for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, how do you want to do watches? You were saying something about like doubling them up, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But how many are there? If we count a rock as well, then there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us at this point. So we could have a rock in Nerevar, I would presume. And then I could stay up with Azaka, unless someone else wants to. And then Valia and Callisto.
Yeah, that's fine.
Callisto
Either way,
can
unless you want to put me with Azaka, that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking not to do. So what were you saying, Callisto?
I'm keeping track of the watch order.
Okay.
so that's the order you're going in as well?
Sure.
The order you just said. Okay, got it. Okay. So so Valia and Callisto, could you make a perception check for me, please?
I will do my best.
Wait, no, not you.
Oh, sorry. just
You're
clear
on
that-
watch
clear that.
with Azaka, right? So it's
Did I'll
Valia.
get rid of this. There we go.
I like his better.
You can use mine if you like.
Okay. Right. So let me get a map going here because we're gonna need one.
Sorry, you had said Callisto and Valia. I just heard V and
Ah.
went. I apologize.
That's okay. Give you this time. Alright, so I let's see, player tokens. We grab everybody.
I think that our chat is actually like taking bets at this point as to who Valia is going to eat first. And I think,
Oh no.
I think I currently have the worst odds.
No, did that not? Hang on, sorry. I had copied all these. Copy. I'm just pasting your tokens onto a map. For no real reason at all, just because I kind of thought it would be cool,
Yeah. Saving them for
Yeah.
later, right?
Yeah, totally.
Storage.
Nothing to see here. Let me grab Miss Azaka as well. Okay. All right, let me try here. I have, instead of boring old blank map, I have
Oh,
a
look at
jungle scene.
that. Ooh.
Woo!
Let me.
Meanwhile, in the jungle.
Meanwhile in the jungle. So you should all have control of your tokens.
It would appear
can you
so.
make sure that you have the right hit points on those tokens? And then kind of set them up as you would be around a campfire.
Where is the campfire?
Well, yeah, feel free to draw one on there.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab something else that, and
Ah.
you guys can see that map, right? It's not like black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
everything is fine.
There's our campfire, so that we're not on the path, we're just like off of it. So there you go.
Okay, thanks. One moment. Let me, I just need to find. Ooh, and. Ooh. Come on, no, stop it. Oh.
I'm assuming we would attempt to, along any paths and routes, also be looking for any game that we could potentially get.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Perfect. Oh, nice campfire.
So I'm on watch, so I'm probably not right next to it, right?
Well, if you're on watch, isn't Valia with you?
Or at least in a different part of the woods.
No, wherever you won't be.
I'd be closer to the campfire so I could see.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't want to have a torch out in case something snuck up on us, but I'd be closer where I could still see. But within, like, whispering range of view.
I'll put myself there.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of hide some bits.
Uh-oh. Ah!
All right. There. Let me.
You weren't kidding either.
Probably easier if we do it
I'll
like
fit.
this way, right? So you guys can see that now, right?
Sure.
All right. Excellent.
Campfire
Thank you.
is lighting up a good size area because it's bigger than a torch. There you go.
No, not that.
5 foot wide campfire.
Sorry.
We don't mess around when it comes to campfire.
Right.
Still on my clipboard, so I'm just grabbing those again. Sorry, one moment.
Is Azaka over with us?
Yeah,
She's pouting.
Well, I realize that much, but
yeah, she'd be over there with you.
okay.
Snoozing. Doing a snooze.
Doing a snooze. It's like, let me hide some things.
Yeah,
Suddenly
while we're on
darkness.
watch, I'm just still like kneeling down, kind of whittling out this little totem figurine. And just kind of apologizing to my ancestors for eating all the lizards. So sorry, but I have to survive. Although I have fish, the dried fish, because I bought some from the market. So I do have that. I'll probably be eating that instead. I don't think I'd be eating lizards.
But the fresh lizard, they taste so good.
Why is that pinging?
Wasn't me.
Okay. Okay, that's weird. All right, wait, how many have I got? One.
Something's coming.
Maybe. Something wicked. Okay, so during your watch, just grab this again. So they have a weird thing that they do. Just
The leaves. You must be talking about the leaves when you say
the
they.
leaves, yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then let's get a turn order going
Ooh.
as well. I'm gonna clear this out so that we can clear.
There are no tokens on this page to take a turn. Should those of us that are sleeping roll yet or wait?
Feel free to roll actually because
Okay.
you know, it'll fit you in with
Kitty.
Her brothers are asleep, so she's bored.
So we are rolling for initiative.
yes, please.
You'll want to select your token and then roll.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Incredible.
I'm sure he does not agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want and I was just gonna have like a
Wait. No.
oh hello.
Like that. I should choose Arok.
Oh, okay. So that was for Eric.
Yeah. Can you change that to 5 because it was 5? Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
I don't even see him on the turn order.
Yeah.
Ah, there
Okay.
he is.
There it is. No, because I added another roll for Tobias. Okay. I'm still new to this.
It's
Don't
fine.
judge me.
It's fine.
Okay. Then. All right. I think that's enough of those. Let me just 1, 2,
Meanwhile, Alyssa has a familiar.
3.
Yeah, my familiar is sitting in a cage, eating seeds.
Delicious seed.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's see what they do first.
There you go with that they again. I has a concern.
Alright, so let's. um, so coming out of the jungle, they get a surprise round on you guys because unfortunately the perception checks were not good enough to notice them to begin with. So
I guess the friendly
so-
healers get to heal us first, right? That's what happens.
yes, exactly.
A gaggle of. Wait, what? Wait a minute. That's not a flumph.
That's not a what?
A flumph.
A flump? That is no flump.
No, it's not. That doesn't say. Ugh. What are these guys doing out in the jungle? Don't they know it's dangerous?
Alright, but they do get a surprise round on you because because you guys were kind of sleepy or something. And you see this crazy thing coming towards you actually, and it kind of immediately attacks you, but let me share with you, show to players, this is what comes out of the darkness.
It's what you're carving.
The totem of goblins, my people.
Followed by some
I
of
don't think your
those.
ancestors approved of you eating the lizards.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
So there's actually this weird, stack of goblins that immediately kind of moves towards you and attacks. And let me make sure I don't. Okay. So this stack is actually like. Hang on. Let me see. 4 goblins standing on each other's shoulders. And kind of moves out of forest over here and immediately going for you guys. And then you also see some kind of individual goblins as well popping out. Okay, all right. So this weird stack of goblins, just as you see in that handout, runs at you basically, which is really bizarre because they're kind of teetering a little bit, as the guy on the bottom is like running, and he's got like other goblins like stacked up on top, and they've all got these fantastic like war masks on, just as you see in that handout. So this battle stack is coming for you.
I rub my eyes. I'm like, Callisto, do you see what I'm seeing? I think I'm really sleepy.
So they do move up, and they are going to get a surprise attack on Valia. And let me just make sure I'm going to do
about
this
to see teamwork.
correctly.
Yeah, I shout. I have time to shout to like get you guys to wake up.
Okay.
Well, you hit the bottom one.
I'm like laughing. I'm too busy laughing at these things. I'm like, okay. Just giggling at them. I'm like, what is this?
You look at your carving, you look up at them, look at the carving, look up at them.
So
No, they missed.
They miss? Okay. Alright, so that's the guy on top. Okay, and the second guy misses as well. So yeah, this weird like teetering stack of goblins comes rushes forward and attacks you, but but maybe the firelight is a little too strong for them, and they're in the firelight they're kind of blinded. These two also rush up and are going to attack Callisto.
Oh boy.
They have a weapon that's very familiar to you, actually, Callisto. They are swinging scimitars at you.
Ouch.
Oh
That
crap.
one,
Yeah, that hits.
that one hits, and there's 7 points of damage there. Yep. Okay, and then the second one misses. Okay. Then this third guy over here is gonna move up to Arok and try and hit him. So they're taking advantage of you guys all waking up.
Indeed.
So does 18 hit Arok?
He got 18. Yeah.
So then Arok takes 5 points of damage from this goblin. This crazed goblin rushes out of the jungle and just like he's like babbling, quickly like goblins do. He's kind of screaming and swings a scimitar at Arok, and then that's very much what the other two goblins do as well to Callisto, and then this weird teetering stack of goblins like rushes up towards Valia and all wearing war masks and hits, or does not hit Valia. Fails at that. So surprise round being out of the way. This is we can proceed kind of in turn order now, and Azaka jumps up and grabs her weapons and runs over to and she can get one attack off at this goblin. Except I need to find her scimitar.
She can just tiger it to death, right?
Okay, that's not helpful though, but hang on. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Sorry. So that misses the goblin though.
Oh.
So she swings and whiffs.
I was really hoping that would hit and that their armor class would be really crap.
All right, Callisto, you've got two goblins in your face. And they're like spinning scimitars at you. Battling.
I'm gonna attack the one to the northeast.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry. I assume that the north is that way. The one on the left,
Okay.
top left, with my
So-
scimitar.
This guy?
Yes.
Okay. That unfortunately misses as well.
Do I get a bonus action?
Actually, she's
Yeah.
within 5 feet of Valia. Does that work yet?
Well,
I'm not raging.
Ah, okay.
Not yet, anyway.
Never mind. I take it back.
Ooh.
Flame blade.
Flame blade. So what is? So this is a spell for.
Yeah, it's So it's I create a flame blade, and then a creature of my within my range gets hit points equal to 1d4 plus the spellcasting ability modifier, which I don't know what that is, but
Sorry, creature. So maybe let's keep that roll for a little. So wait, hang on. Within range. I don't know what the range is. Oh, 60 feet. Is anybody down hit points at the moment?
just me.
Oh, just you. Okay. So are you taking those kind of? Is that for yourself?
So basically, she created a flame blade in her hand that's the same size and shape as a scimitar. It's only a bonus action to make it. And she can use it to attack it and do damage, which would be like 3d6 damage, Yeah, actually, it doesn't have anything about the. Oh, that she's got the. Sorry, Callisto. It's reading for some reason the description of healing word.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll have to go in
But-
and fix that.
Yeah, so basically she's got a different weapon now. Her scimitar is now a flaming scimitar,
Gotcha. All right.
and she makes a melee spell attack, which would use her spell attack bonus instead of her normal attack bonus, which would be better than what this is. Instead of dexterity, it would use your. Is it wisdom or.
Wisdom, I think, is my.
So your spell attack bonus is +6, actually. So yeah, that's better.
Okay,
Sure.
how do I roll this then? Or do I wait?
We could just take what you had, and
Oh, okay.
instead of +2, give it a +6.
Okay.
So
Oh, I see. Okay. Yep.
it would be a 16 instead.
Yeah, then in that case, that hits. So then, and that's the 16 points of damage, right? Because I'm looking at that roll, and that's 3d6.
It is 3d6.
Yeah, this goblin is like.
Of fire damage, no less.
Yeah, he kind of like crumples to ashes, like around. Yeah, he's toast.
Literally toasted goblin. Look at that.
There's the charred remains of a goblin at your feet.
Yay!
So you swing the blade through it. I'm assuming that the blade is not actually your scimitar, like it's a magical blade that appears, that is
Yes.
conjured. Okay, all right. So yeah, you kind of focus on it, and the blade swings through the goblin, and the goblin just crumples into a charred heap at your feet. Okay. So Valia, you've got a stack of goblins.
I'm just like laughing. I'm like, what is this mess? So I'm gonna, I guess, go for the stack here. I'm gonna actually
Swallow
bite the
4
bottom
goblins.
Okay. So you're going to swing at the bottom one?
Yeah, I'm gonna bite him.
Wait,
Oh, you're going to bite him. Okay.
This is 3-dimensional all of a sudden. You've got a third plane to deal with. Height. Oh my gosh.
All right, let me just make sure that their AC remains the same.
Well, maybe not.
Oh dear.
I'm too
You're
busy
laughing
laughing
too
at
much.
them.
Yeah. Laughing too much at them. And they, when you miss, they laugh back at you, and their eyes kind of like sparkle a little bit extra.
I think as a bonus. No, I'll just save my bonus. So that's all for me.
Right. So next is Goblin Boss, and you see this kind of
Which one is the boss?
this one is the boss.
Oh.
So you see this guy has like slightly extra fancy mask going on. So he appears, and he's kind of giving. So far, he's just giving the goblins, like he's shouting at them, to kind of give them direction on what to do. So he hasn't moved into attack yet. Which, yeah, okay.
Good.
All right. Then, Airok.
So I'm just going to return the favor to the goblin using bites.
Okay.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him. Bite him. 13.
So Eric goes to take a bite, but the goblin is is shiftier than Eric anticipated. So,
So
as he goes to bite on it, the goblin
yeah,
just kind of shift.
can I execute the second action as a claw? Because I'm he will be able to do it.
Yeah, the bonus claw attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
17. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, as he dodges out of the way of the bite, he doesn't see the claw of Erok, like, swiping across him. So what is... I think if you click on claw now, you'll be able to roll the damage. Slashing, true slashing.
Slashing. Yeah, I was just trying to banning. How dare you!
So yeah, he takes kind of a claw across the chest, but still seems to be kind of cackling, in a very kind of goblin-like manner. Not too worried just yet, though he's probably going to be very shortly. Alright, Ulfgar.
I'm the furthest away from everybody, and I'm assuming that I'm prone as well from laying down, so I only can move 12 and a half feet. So I'll basically move diagonally here, and then there, and that, and
Okay.
I will sound my my horn, like my war horn, and give inspiration to Valia.
Okay.
Which, take that down one.
Alright. Anything else you would like to do? Any bonus actions or anything like that?
That was my bonus action.
Okay.
I don't have any full actions that I want to do that I want to commit to.
Okay. Alright, so then the goblin's turn, and
I guess
this goblin...
I could double move, I guess, but it's not worth it. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay. This goblin here is going to attack Azaka. And swings the scimitar towards Azaka. And now I have to remember what Azaka's AC is. Yeah, that hits Azaka. So she takes 4 points of slashing damage there.
Oh dear.
Okay, then that goblin is a charred mess. So let's do this goblin over here on Arok. Going to scimitar, swing the scimitar at Arok.
Oh dear.
So I think that's gonna hit. So Arok takes 3 more damage. Fortunately. And then the stack. This ridiculous stack. Okay. So then the
Goblin
two
stack.
goblins at the top swing at
Nope.
Valia.
Yeah, that one does hit me.
Alright. And then you see also see another one approaching Azaka over here. And then
Crap.
another one pops out of the woodland over here.
Jungle is infested.
Shoot.
Burn it with fire.
Callisto did.
That'll be the whole forest. Just burn it.
Just burn it all down.
Someone destroy the spawner quickly.
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Okay, then Tobias, your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to use one of my spells. I'm using Guiding Bolt on this new goblin on the south.
Okay.
Guiding Bolt.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Okay. Do I do something wrong? Hang on.
So that's 4d6 radiant damage, right?
Yeah, it's a ranged
Oh, on a
spell
hit?
attack.
Okay,
Yeah,
range spell. Okay.
So I'm just going to roll 4d6, okay?
Well, actually,
Um,
you need to make a 1d20 plus your spell attack bonus, which is on your spells sheet.
How do I do that?
If you look on the top right of your sheet, you'll see like words in red. One says core, one says bio, one says spells.
Okay, I got it. Spells.
On the spell sheet above that, you'll see spell attack bonus number.
It's 4.
Okay, so it's 1d20 plus 4 to try and hit.
Okay, 1d20 plus 4. Okay.
Oh!
I think maybe is this like a new spell for you?
Yeah,
So
just
you're like,
let's say I'm not in the form as I'm used to be after this rescue.
It's groggy.
so you're like, I think I cast it this way, and it just kind of you go to shoot the
Misses.
guiding bolt at it, and it just kind of fizzles in your hands, and like, no, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. So then Azaka is going to attack this new goblin, and he's going to get the benefit of both her scimitars in his face. So there's one scimitar where she misses with,
Oh boy.
and the second scimitar which she also misses with. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Oh,
Beginning to wonder if I
She's
need to
not
inspire
doing
everyone.
All right, Callisto, maybe you can help Azaka. I'm not sure how it's done because.
All right,
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack the guy to the right.
Okay.
With
So you're doing your flame blade, right? So it's one.
no, actually, I'm
Oh.
going to do my thorn whip.
Oh, okay, cool. So 10. Unfortunately, does not hit him.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I agree.
I think Azaka needs to get away from me. She's obviously bad luck.
I need to do group inspiration.
Yeah. Okay. Valia, you wanna?
Inspiration, I get a advantage on the roll, right?
Nope. You roll, and if you think you might not hit, you can use it to add to the attack roll, or you can save it for a save, or you can save it for damage now because I'm a Valor Bard, or you can save it for if you get attacked to change the opponent's attack against your AC. You have a lot of options.
Nice. Okay. Well, before I attack, I'm gonna use my bonus action to rage. And I am going to attack the goblin stack again, the bottom, with my javelin this time.
Okay. That hits.
Oh, yay! Okay.
Just hits.
You just hit a stack of goblins.
It's the way they teeter around. It's like, oh yeah,
Look.
yeah. So the goblin on the bottom, does not. You were attacking the goblin on the bottom, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's dead. And the rest of the stack. Let's have a look. See what happens to the rest of the stack when the one on the bottom.
Well, they do have a low center of gravity, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so they all kind of tumble to the floor. So they do land on their feet, though. So the stack kind of unstacks.
They just fall apart.
So they
I just kind of go, girl, you just die. Go away. That's all for me. I did my bonus action and everything.
Okay. So, trying to decide where the boss would go. I think he's gonna. He thinks that his friends here have got this sorted out. So, what's his movement? He's okay. So he's 30. So, gonna kind of go. So he's gonna skirt around behind Azaka and is gonna take a swing at her on his way to a different one. Okay, so he's got 2 scimitars in his hand, one in each hand. So he's gonna swing at her with the first one and miss, and the second one. Oh wait, hang on. I think that second one hit. Yep. Okay, so the second one hits, and she takes 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh, her AC is at least is no greater than 13. Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't have the greatest AC. Okay, so that's his turn. And Arock.
Get him.
So Arag is going berserk for that goblin who hit him. So
Okay.
again, bite and close as a secondary action.
Perfect.
So is my character sheet. Bite.
He misses with his bite again.
Hmm.
Yeah, the goblins have a better AC than Azaka. Not great.
Well, they're very small.
It's small. It's nimble.
Yeah.
And the claw.
It's dark.
Oh, the claw hits.
It's
Yeah,
green and in a forest.
takes another 2.
And 2 slashing.
Okay, so Goblin is starting to get a little worried. He's not laughing quite as much anymore. Taking away a good chunk of his hit points, so. Yep. Okay. Wolfgar.
Well, being the closest target, he's gonna come over here and attack the chieftain or boss or whatever. This guy.
Goblin boss. Okay. Get him.
So yeah, he's gonna try and get him.
You
Great.
do notice that this Goblin boss has a little shield going on as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I try stabbing him for 22.
Yeah, that sneaks past the shield and
For
you
5
stab him in the ribs.
5 piercing, and I'm going to sound my war horn again. This time standing next to Callisto and give her inspiration.
Okay. Cool.
So let me reduce that number to 2. And that's going to be it for my turn.
Okay. Alright. Goblins are next. Let's deal with the loose goblins first. Not that they're loose, morally, but
Wow. You went there, didn't you?
Goblin.
So this goblin moves up to you, Tobias. And
That's why there's so many.
It's gonna swing.
Mhm.
22 hit you.
Oof. I think 22 hits everybody.
Did you guys know, by the way, that when you click on your character's token, the number in the green circle is your hit points, right? So, like, when you take damage, you can then actually click on that number, and a little kind of dialogue box will open up, and you can just enter you can enter -5, for example, for this hit that you just took, and it will subtract that from your grand total.
Mine's been doing it automatically through the character sheet.
Yeah. They interact with each other, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. So that's that goblin. Then we've also got the one on Herok, who is also hitting for 4 damage.
Doggone it.
So that was that
Actually-
guy.
Come on, Eric.
He got 15 points in dexterity. So how?
He hit it.
He's supposed to be nimble. He's supposed to be a quick dragon.
Maybe
Not
the
so bad
goblin-
being a lizard now, is it?
Okay, then we've got these 2 over here attacking Azaka.
Okay, so Ara got 4 points of damage.
Okay, so then she takes 6 from the first one and 7 from the second.
Ouch.
So
Ouch.
-6, and then -7.
How is she looking?
She actually still looks fine.
Okay, good.
Well, I mean, not fine. You know, she's got some slices on her, but nothing that seems to be slowing her down too much yet.
Okay.
All right, then we've got the unstacked stack. So they're actually going to reform. So the
Voltron.
right. They kind of they like squawk at each other. Come on, let's go. You know, and the goblin like first hops up and you see the goblin like on the bottom of the stack is like the new goblin that's on the bottom of the stack is like holding on to the other one's ankles and then like yes, come on, let's go. And the other one like hops up on top of that, and so now you've got like 3 goblin stack. Again, kind of.
So 3 of the 4?
Yeah, because their buddy is dead on the floor. So
I didn't know if another
So-
goblin suddenly hopped into the fray. They seem to be popping out of the bushes. Ever-flowing bag of goblins.
I like this. So they're going to do that, and then they get 1 swing at you with that value. And I think they miss. Does 12 miss?
Yes, it misses.
All right, so they miss. All right, then on to Tobias.
Okay, I'm moving next to Arak to finish the goblin here with my short sword.
Okay.
And can I use my cantrips as bonus action? Or no?
Depends on the cantrip. Some of them are longer to cast than others. Which one were you looking at?
I'm looking for Mold Earth.
Oh shoot, I don't have the stats on that one. It's whatever the casting time is for it. If it's an action, then you can't attack at the same time. If it's a bonus action, then you can.
It's casting time on action, so okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm attacking this goblin right here with my short sword.
Okay.
Why I'm keep closing my character sheet.
Get him.
Get up.
We need more of them dead. Oh. Oh.
Negative.
Dang. I see that I need to give inspiration over your way too.
Alright. Azaka is like, although she's still like doing okay damage wise, she's starting to get a little panic because she's got the boss behind her, she's got these 2 guys in front of her. So she's going to try and swing at this guy with 2 scimitar attacks. I'll swing with the first one and see.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. So she actually finishes that one. So then she turns her attention to the one between her and Callisto, but unfortunately misses that one.
Okay.
All right. So that's Azaka's turn. So Callisto.
I'm gonna move over one and attack this one.
Okay.
Just with my scimitar.
Your flaming scimitar?
Nah, just my regular scimitar.
That definitely hit.
You get to keep using it every turn.
Oh. Okay. Next time.
Fair enough.
So yep, he takes. So wait, sorry, you decided just to stick with the regular one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes a good chunk. You take a good chunk of his life away from him. You do like a good slash through his shoulder, and you see his one arm kind of go limp by his side. So he's just got kind of a immobile arm at this point, and he's kind of bleeding fairly heavily from that wound.
Just so you know, Callisto, you can actually continue using that flame sword for up to 10 minutes, provided you don't let go of it.
Okay.
Okay, so Valia, you've got a stack again. Slightly shorter stack.
Actually, I should mention, Callisto, you do have inspiration. You can use it to increase your damage by 1d6.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you might finish him. So you said it's by 1. Oh, it's so close. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I
was really hoping
Wasn't
you
enough inspiration.
Yeah,
I'm
your
sorry.
inspiration
I'll try to be
very
more.
slightly lacking.
I'll blow the horn louder next time.
I need at least a 20-minute speech beforehand.
So he kind of you see I'm trying to think. So when you slash through his shoulder, you actually cut quite deeply into his chest, and he kind of coughs like a big glob of black goblin blood on you, and is kind of swaying a little bit. He's not doing too good, but his boss is right behind you, so he's got to hang in there and be a good goblin, All right. Okay, so Valia, the stack.
Yeah. Are they still right here?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so if I back up down here one, they'll get an attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna...
Oh, crap. Okay, that doesn't help.
I'm gonna switch this guy, move him over there.
Is everybody scooting away from me instead of staying within 5 feet of me? So, because I'm still raging. Because I was going to scoot closer to them so they can get the bonus. But I guess I'll just continue on hitting the stack while I'm raging.
Okay. That hits. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
chopping them down.
Yep. The stack again is kind of disassembled. Now the 2 dwarves just kind of look at each other after you just totally ruin the goblin on the bottom is just jam basically, and the 2 goblins that were remaining in the stack are now kind of on their feet again, just about, and they're looking at each other let's not stack anymore.
I just yell out, "Get closer to me!" And that's all I got.
Okay. Alright, the goblin boss is going to swing at you, Ulfgar. And he's got 2 scimitars in his hands. So there's the first one.
Armor class is 14.
And the second one. Second one gets you.
Why can't I inspire myself? 6 slashing. All right.
Yep, 6 slashing.
Okay.
Okay. Eric, maybe try and finish this.
Yeah, finish.
Goblin.
Yeah, finishing that one because he's getting on his nerves.
Why won't you just die?
Okay, so I'm doing again bite, following by claws.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yay.
Quick jump.
A quick jump. Oh yeah, you chomp. Eric kind of is so frustrated. I think at this point, just totally overkills the goblin and just bites him sheer in half. Just like just chomp, and you see like kind of goblin just fall apart onto the ground.
Snapped in half.
Yes. All right.
So,
Eric's like licking his lips a little bit. Does he have a taste for goblin blood now? I wonder.
I'm able to move.
Yes, Eric.
Right
can you-
here.
Mhm.
And as bonus action, attack this goblin.
Oh yeah, with your claw. Sure.
Yeah, with a claw.
Get him.
Get him. Come on, come on.
Oh, yep. That
Yeah.
hits him.
2.
2. Okay.
Just let it.
Poke.
So he takes a
And-
claw across the
And
chest.
this goblin should be dead, right?
Yes, that goblin is dead. Okay. Put this on now. He's dead.
By the way, I
Great.
think your slashing damage for your claw is a little bit off. It's going to be 2 every time because it's just using your dexterity modifier.
Oh.
It's supposed to just be rolling a 1d6.
Oh, that's weird.
Is it?
Okay. So maybe it's best to do that like manually for now we can fix that.
Claw strength. Damage 1d6.
Yeah, just a 1d6.
Okay, I didn't say that. Set it. Okay, 1d6. Okay.
Alright, Elfgar.
Okay, let's stick with that. There were very poor rolls.
Would you want to re-roll this last one?
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Ulfgar.
All right, so Ulfgar would kind of like shout over his shoulder at Valia, "I would, but I'm kind of engaged here." And then he attacks Goblin Boss Man again with the rapier for 15.
Poke him.
Nope, he bashes the rapier aside with his shield.
Son of a gun. All right, so he tries to go in for a bonus attack with the dagger.
Okay.
At that point. 23.
That'll hit.
3 points of piercing dagger damage.
Okay. Goblin boss. Take -3.
-3, and that's it.
Okay.
Actually, Ulfgar would maneuver around him.
Ooh.
That's it.
Fine. Further away? Didn't Thalia just say? Anyway.
He's doing the blade dance right now.
I see. Alright. Okay, so over to the goblins. I'm just gonna move this dead goblin out the way for now. Oh, you know, actually, no, he can stay there because these goblins do this. This one moves up here. Actually, let me check one thing. Got some other stuff that they can... Do you have any other stuff? Or is it just... No. Okay, no other stuff. So that one there, and this one is going to move over here. And they're going to clash at you. They've given up on the stack formation. There's only 2 of them left. And they're just going to slash at you with their scimitars. Valia?
Yes, that one hits. Just hits.
Okay. So that's the first one. And then the second one misses. Then we've got this guy that's barely holding on over here. I feel like he swings his scimitar at you, and just out of sheer luck, I think he hits you, Callisto, for 3 damage.
Ow,
Um,
that hurt.
And then we've got this last one down the bottom here. I'm trying to.
Okay, which
He's only
one?
taken the 2 from Erok. As Erok just hit him, he's going to try and hit Erok back, and he misses. So yeah, goblins are not doing so great.
I think
Okay.
they're doing just fine.
Alright, Tobias.
Okay, I'm following Arok to finish this goblin.
Okay.
So, short sword.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Why?
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, you're just getting them out of the way right now. That's you're just getting those ones out of the way. Ouch.
Anything else you want? Do you want to do any movement or anything, or?
I think I'm sticking where I am right now.
Okay. All right. Azaka has had it with this other goblin, so she's just gonna try and finish him.
Finish him.
And yep, she manages to land the hit just about. And this goblin is very dead. Whoop, dead.
Well done.
And she's going to use her other attack on the boss.
Boss attack.
Oh, and she hits him for 7. Nice. You see the boss is looking around very nervously at this point. Alright, and that's Azaka's turn. So Callisto, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna do my flame bite.
Get him.
And then, do I just do...
So this is right. You get melee attack. So you do 1d6. Oh, sorry, 1d20 plus 6 to try and hit him with the blade, and then the 4 there is the damage actually.
Oh, a natural 20.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So then double damage. Right?
So yeah, that finishes him. So
Yay!
Nice.
I just kick him a little bit. It's he's down.
you see him like he's almost about to say no, don't kill it, and then you just run him through with the flaming scimitar and crumples to the floor.
I has a regret.
Yes, he has a lot of regrets. Okay. Are you staying where you are, or do you want to move? Or
I'll go ahead and move over towards Valia.
okay. Okie doke. And speaking of which, Valia, it is your turn.
Okay, I guess since I'm still raging, I'm going to hit this one here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to hit this one first, the javelin.
That hits.
That's a good hit.
Oh, he's
And you have inspiration too. Subtle hint, subtle hint.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and roll the extra damage on him. Try to finish him off as soon as I quit typing random stuff in my thing.
Sorry to interrupt, Kashka, but it's supposed to be before they know the outcome of the hit.
1d6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that finishes it.
Okay, and the next one as a bonus, I'm going to go into Hungry Jaws, and I'm going to hit the next one. I'm still raging, so.
Okay. Yep, that hits as well.
Nice.
Okay.
and I gain 4 temporary hit points.
Woohoo.
So you bite like a massive chunk out of this goblin, and he just kind of drops his scimitar and clutches his innards. He's trying to like keep his innards inside, He's like clutching at his body, like he's like, ah.
I'm just sitting on the floor. It's like, y'all don't taste as good as I thought. I don't like this.
So Goblin Boss is dead. So, Erok, your turn. Let's get rid of Goblin Boss from the order. There we go.
So let's go on killing. Guts and glory. So again, bite and
Nice.
yeah,
That hits.
that hits
Bit of
and
cleanup round here.
5 points of piercing damage.
Oh, and that takes the last of his life from him. So Erok again just kind of like takes a nice big bite out of him, and this one doesn't have any chance to do anything else except like clutches at his side and then just kind of slumps to the floor.
And then Arok kind of doing a pounce with claws on this one as bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, he could reach him for sure.
So again, I'm keep closing my character sheets. for some reason okay, that was
You can pop
bite,
it out into a
bite,
separate window
bite,
if that'll
okay.
help you.
So,
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
he missed.
The one returns.
That misses, obviously. So, all right, so that's Erok's turn. Ulfgar.
All right. Ulfgar will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Move here.
And the goblin, as a free action, the goblin's like, please don't kill me! Don't kill me! Please! Have mercy on a goblin!
Really? Ulfgar would tell him to not come back, and he'd just turn around. And here's the ultimate test. He would not attacking, he would continue moving after telling the goblin not to do that, to see if it's actually going to attack him as he walks away.
Wait, what? Sorry, what are you saying to the goblin?
He'd walk over to it and say, "Get out of here, don't come back, and tell the rest to leave us alone." And then he'd turn back to go back to where he was, possibly provoking an attack of opportunity from the goblin.
I see. No, the goblin doesn't do anything.
Okay.
He does not take the attack of opportunity.
And you'd mentioned that the boss had a small shield on him.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be something I could possibly use?
Yeah, I mean, hang on, let me open the boss's sheets. Make sure it's just a regular shield. It's a little small for you, probably.
More like a buckler?
Maybe more like a buckler.
But- Just because I wanted to actually purchase a shield, and that would be convenient.
Yeah, it's just a regular shield, but goblin size.
Okay, I'll try and pick that up if I have any remaining action or anything like that, but otherwise I'm done.
You notice he's also wearing a chain shirt as well.
Okay. One thing at a time. I figured picking up a shield would be a little bit quicker and easier than disrobing a goblin of his chain shirt.
Dead weight goblin on the floor.
So the goblin's turn, and he uses his action to disengage and staggers away into the darkness. So he's heading off in this direction, and he's kind of like building, his intestines and other vital organs inside his body, and leaving this trail of kind of like dark, goblin blood behind him. But off he goes into the darkness.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Bias.
So we are basically done with every goblin.
So yeah, we are. Yeah. I guess that, and we can break turn order for sure. Unless anybody wants to chase down the goblin. So
He'll probably die anyway because his guts were out. So.
insides were on the outside.
I'd like to move over to the boss and see if there's any loot on it.
Wears his stomach on his sleeve.
Oh dear.
Misunderstanding the entire purpose of the saying.
So he has on him. Let's see, he has 2 scimitars. He also has a javelin as well.
Those are popular.
And what's that? Let's see if he has anything else. That's what you find so far.
I'm trying to look and see if I can see the wounded goblin, but I think he's too far in the dark for me.
So I try to search other goblins.
Yeah, I think we just
For-
pretty much
for-
loot the bodies at this point.
Yeah, for any possible loot.
Okay. So the goblin boss actually doesn't have anything else. He has a fairly impressive war mask that he's wearing. But doesn't have anything, else besides that.
Does this masks, any of these masks resembles the one that Azaka have?
Nope. Actually, I would say
Any-
not. Theirs
any-
are very kind of like,
Any similarities? No?
no, theirs are, they almost depict like a different kind of animals. Azaka's is very clearly kind of like, looks like a tiger. But the goblins are more like they have horns on this, on the front, and some of them have horns like up here. But each of the goblins is wearing, especially, well, the ones in the stack and the boss were wearing these masks. The ones that were kind of out on their own were not.
Mhm.
What are the masks made of?
They're wooden.
Wooden.
So nothing of value. So I kind of walk away and be like,
But I would take one of these masks.
3, 4, 5, 6. Let me check the other 8 goblins to see if they have any good stuff on them.
You did say that the chief was wearing a chain shirt. I'm assuming that would be for a small creature.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there is some in amongst the
you're a
rest
small
of the
creature.
goblins, though. There are some bits and pieces.
Almost, but not quite.
So one of them has like this little, you find if you're going through kind of, I assume when you say you're looting the corpses that you're like going through their pockets and you're, like holding them by the ankles and doing this thing where you shake them up and
Yep.
till all the good stuff drops out of the gear. Okay, so one of them has like a little crude map that's drawn on a scrap of tanned dinosaur hide and shows a route to Port Nyanzaru from another. I'll come back to this, but from another location on your map. And if we take a moment in a sec, I'll show you where that location is. So that's
Obviously,
one of them.
that needs to go to Valia.
Then let's see. Okay, and then between one of them also has like a little ring on him as well.
Mhm.
And then one of them also has totally random, because he doesn't have a bow to shoot it with, but he has a little quiver of. Hang on, 1 second. a quiver of arrows, of 8 arrows. So let's see, and then
I'd collect the quiver of 8 arrows if nobody else
Oh,
wants it.
okay, and then between them, there are also 15 silver pieces. So what we had a map, we had a ring, quiver, and 15 silver pieces.
Okay.
Yep. And their war masks, and so then the regular goblins were also carrying scimitars, as well, but they didn't, and they had leather armor. I don't know if you have any interest in leather armor.
Would I find that chain shirt might have any decent value, resale value, perhaps?
I mean, it's a regular chain shirt, so yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know if it seems intact or not either. I mean, he did just get flame bladed to death, so.
Right, it's a little deep. Yeah,
I'll take the ring.
You guess you could get like a little bit of money for it. Maybe like 10 gold, something like that.
Hey, that pays the rent. So I'd take the chain shirt and put it in my bag.
Okay.
'Cause I would guess that it's not going to fit me.
No, I think it would be a little snug.
Yeah.
You're a bit broader than the goblins.
I'll take one of the scimitars because I need a side weapon.
Okay. And these are kind of crude goblin weapons. You know, they're not particularly like fancy, or they're not very pretty to look at either.
I'm not very picky either way, so.
If you want a second weapon to attack with, Ulfgar would be willing to part with his dagger now that he's got a shield to use instead.
Okay, let's do it then.
What's that?
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And the shield has kind of an emblem on the front that looks fairly similar to the mask. So it's kind of a tusked face, you know, on the front of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we have a communal purse, or do we want to split up the silver?
Let's have a communal purse for now, if that's all right. I mean, I just wrote down 15 silver pieces for the group, so we can split it up once we get
We'll just give all the money to Ulfgar, since, you know, he's the moral of the group.
Good idea.
But we still have like some money that we got from the tower as well, so among
Yeah.
other things.
I'm just gonna sit by the fire and be like, okay, I'm resting. Who's next?
Let's drag the bodies across the road first.
Across the road.
Yeah, so
Nothing happened over here. It all happened over there.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with us.
I'm just like, have fun. I'm just laying there.
So I'm thinking like
Anybody badly wounded that
Over
needs a
here.
healing word?
I'm all right. Nothing that a sleep won't cure. So I'm
Yeah,
all right.
short rest will finish our rest, and it should heal us the rest of the way.
Good, okay.
Okay, so going back to that little map though that you found, looking at where the river is, actually let me move you all over to your map because we are done with this encounter now as well. So let's move you all over there. So you should see your map now of Chult.
Yep.
So I just did the wrong. Okay, so looking at where the river is on there, you can see this. So,
What are goblins doing with writing maps and such? Probably thought it was a pretty picture.
So here is, see that dot that I just,
Yep. Right
Okay.
right by the word river in River Sashin Star.
Yeah, just draw it out on our main map that I have.
so that's, so it shows a route from this dot into Port Nyanzaro. And most of the route is along the, kind of close to the river.
Okay.
Kind
Interesting.
of match it up with your map, then you can see the rivers and figure out where the dot is on your map as well.
I'm like, well, after we hit Camp Righteous, we can go raid the Goblin camp and see what kind of goods they have.
Oh, so you're thinking that that's a goblin camp?
Sure, they don't seem very smart. They'd probably mark themselves on a map.
I don't think that they'd understand what a map is.
I disagree with both of you. It's not very wise to go there. That was a small group of goblins. Their camp, there might be much more.
They weren't that bad.
And if we end up finding women and children there, or, at least those that are not of the fighting type. Forgive me for saying women and children, I'm sorry. Those that are not of the fighting type, the civilians, I'd rather not just charge into a group like that. I'm sure we'll be left alone at this point.
Goblins are nasty little creatures.
Yes.
We've got other things to do, so head on to Camp Righteous.
Aye.
I agree. We have more important things to do than chasing
But on the way
goblins.
back, I just snicker and just kind of lay back down.
We'll see about getting you a snack, don't worry.
Arog is looking at Valia. Be careful, because you can bite more than you can chew.
Well, at least I can bite.
No, there will be plenty of that to come that we can take care of. No need to get under each other's skin.
Okay, so that was pretty much right at, that encounter occurred pretty much right at the end of your rest. So the sun is kind of rising at this point. What would you like to do? Do you want to continue to rest a bit more, or do you want to get going, or?
We should just get going. I'm sure we can rest the next night.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Healing Word on Arok, if it's that possible, to just heal him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's my spells?
Yeah, he got pretty beat up there.
Mending, Cure Wounds. Yeah, Evocation.
If you want, we could take a short rest, and that would allow him to use his hit die to heal instead of you spending a spell. As we're just getting our party together and stuff.
Yeah, it depends on the party. You want to have to keep going.
Well, a short rest is like 30 minutes, so.
I can heal him because I can recover after a short rest.
It's true.
Okay, if you will be so kind.
Healing word.
Killing 6. So he will be up to 12 then. Okay, that'll be fine enough.
Okay.
So take a short rest and then go on.
Okay, let's do that.
So if we take a short rest, you can still use some hit dice from him. Him being level 2, you could roll 2d8 and try and heal that much plus your Constitution modifier. Times 2.
What was
of
that?
course.
What was that again?
If we're taking a short rest, then it would be you can spend his hit dice to regain some health, further health rather.
Okay, it was how much? 2d8?
Either 1d8 or 2d8, depends on how many you want to spend. You have 2. These are the dice that you can heal with for short rests, and you have 2 of them. So you can spend 1 right now or both right now.
I can spend 1 for now.
Okay.
It was 1d8 plus which modifier?
Constitution.
Constitution, it will be plus 1. My or Arok?
Arok.
That's the question.
Unless you
Arok.
need to heal too, then you'd roll for yourself.
No. I didn't take a single hit of damage.
And actually,
So
I
it will
forgot.
be-
Arok is a 1d10, so that would actually be even higher. Sorry.
It's 1d10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Kashka. My bad.
Oh no, it's all right. I'm prepping the next nothing at all. That's not gonna happen, and definitely no shenanigans.
No shenanigans are needed.
No shenanigans. Okay.
So there you go. He gained another 4 hit points. So
Okay, it will be 16. Oh, okay. It's almost at full health. Okay.
cool. All right. Party on, Wayne.
Suddenly, Ulfgar feels a pain in his. Alright, so let me go back to the map. Sorry. 1 moment. Map. So you're. Am I on the right there? Yes, I am. So actually, the next. Hang on 1 second.
Did we actually get very far beyond the river?
No, that was the second. Second night. So you are there now.
Okay.
So the next 3 days actually pass pretty much without incident.
Oops.
So let's see. So 1, 2, 3. So you managed to. So you travel through the wilderness, through the jungle, through. You're at this point now, and pretty much nothing. There's nothing exciting by any means has occurred. But what we do need to do is kind of some very boring household stuff. So while you're traveling for 3 days like this, do you plan on eating your rations? Are you going to hunt? How would you like to feed yourselves?
I try to,
You try to hunt? Okay.
yes.
So could you give me like 3 survival rolls, please? And okay. So the first day doesn't really go so well. You're not really able to find much of anything. But the second and third day, second day goes a little bit better. You come back with a small amount of food, and the third day, everybody eats without any challenge whatsoever. So that's and then as far as the weather goes as well, it ranges over the next 3 days. The morning after your encounter, there's serious like heavy rain in the morning hours, but then it goes to no rain, and following day, so there's varying kind of amounts of rain. At one point though, it does on the second day, you actually need to end up taking shelter, and it puts kind of a dent in your progress of travel for the day, because the rain is so bad. It's like actually tropical storm kind of. The wind is lashing, and have to take shelter and find a safe place to kind of huddle together while this incredible storm passes. And it is just you feel like if you weren't kind of holding on to stuff, that you would actually be lifted up by the wind and carried away into the storm yourselves, because the weather is so violent that day, actually. So it does put a little bit of a dent in your progress, but over the next couple of days you're able to make it up a little, and you do end up at the point where we are here, and at this point I would say you've had a good night's rest. I'm assuming that you're kind of rotating watches through the night, but the past few nights have passed, and you kind of feel like, what is this jungle? Everybody's like, ooh, the jungle, but really nothing's going on. It's no big deal at all.
We got attacked by a tribe of goblins. I'm fine with it.
So you're breaking camp that morning, and I would say you're traveling down a path, and let me grab your tokens really quick.
Uh-oh.
Because I do want to see... Oh, there it is. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just grab the tokens. Oh, come on. I'm sorry.
So the goblin map obviously had a portal of teleportation that's linked to Port Nianzaru. We just walk through the portal and we're back to the port, right? That's exactly what that's for.
My poor laptop is like, nope. Cannot handle this. Sorry, it's not wanting to grab all your tokens at once.
Did you want to take a look at your ring along the way?
Oh, sure.
Find out if it's magical or if it's just valuable?
I would like to do that. Insight?
Well, I'm guessing to find out if it's magical, you'd probably want to roll an Arcana check.
No, I think insight would be better.
That might tell you its value regardless. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's actually the right stat, but I know that you wanted to roll that anyway, so why not?
So that...
Excuse me, what is she doing again?
There was a small ring. Was found on one of the goblin bodies. And along
she's just inspecting it, okay.
Yeah, along the way she's just inspecting
Playing
it over
with it and looking at it.
Yeah. Is it magical?
Is it cursed?
Oh,
almost
look,
done.
It's got these shiny stones on it that might be worth something. It has a fold-out bucket that you could, like, hold 10,000 cubic feet of material in. A ring of holding, of course.
Yeah, sadly, even though you're very confident that you've figured out all the inner workings of this ring, you are also pretty confident that it is not magical.
Oh, okay.
That it's just kind of pretty.
Yeah, I'll just put it on and just play with it once in a while. As I'm a little fidgety.
Got a shiny.
Okay, so let me grab you guys, bring you over here, and then you can arrange your folks how they would be. Okay, so it is morning, bright daylight, so you don't have any problem like seeing kind of what's going on here.
It's very blurry.
I'll give it a second to load.
For some reason.
Yeah, it takes.
Of course, it's morning. It's very foggy. Of course, why?
Also, you're still waking up as well. So. All right. Do you guys see your tokens? Hopefully.
Yep.
Okay. So I think unless you have like objections to it. Azaka has typically been staying in the front of the group while she leads you through, guides you, does her job as a guide, and brings you through the jungle. So, do you want to arrange yourselves how you would be?
There you go. Done.
You're like, I'm gonna stab Azaka in the back.
Well, that's why she's in front, because I'm like poking her with the rapier. Get up there. Go on. Guide us. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. And then I would like everybody to make perception checks, please.
Perception.
23.
Azaka is going to do the same as well.
We got some perception until... Okay, no. Azaka's like, stop poking me.
Right. Feeling very paranoid about being quite surrounded.
Okay, that second one was for Arok.
Oh.
I forgot to...
Okay, so Valia, Callisto, and Ulfgar, you all see, you catch like a glimpse of something as it's moving away. Hang on 1 second, let me just... Okay, so yeah, so you see up ahead, kind of up here, you see some movement as if something is moving away from you. You just catch like a glimpse of something that's kind of humanoid looking, medium-sized kind of creature, but they move quite quickly. Looks like they're moving away from you.
Draw my sword and say, movement ahead. And take a battle-ready stance. Expecting goblins from every shrub.
Just quietly start moving forward.
Yeah, Azaka is going to go like full stealth mode. And also just move forward. So if you're trying to be kind of quiet and not reveal yourselves to the person or people or whatever it is, then yeah.
I'm
Please,
gonna
do a
go
stealth check.
into the jungle a little bit, kind of stealthily, and kind of hide a little. Not hide, but so I can walk and not really be seen.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to Azaka like glue. I'm gonna also go stealthy.
Okay.
I'm assuming you want a stealth roll.
Yes, please. You're trying to be stealthy.
Whew.
So we are will kind of go on the other side. He'll also be try to be stealthy. Stealth check.
Yeah, I don't know why we're walking. Why can't we just fly on the dragon?
Oh, that was
This is
a little
why.
bit for a big dragon.
This is why. Naravar keeps rolling really badly. We just can't have nice things.
I won't be arguing with that.
Your dice are not liking you today. I would put them in a dice timeout.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, are you also moving or
I'm going to keep my distance.
Okay. Is anybody else? Is anybody moving? Or...
Oh, I'm moving. I'm just moving down the path that we were headed, but just in the jungle area.
Okay.
And I'm just following Azaka's footsteps. Wherever she's going, which seems to be nowhere so far.
She's probably scared.
Okay. You guys do hear actually. You do hear movement, but it's further off. Kind of. Oh, hang on. I'm on the wrong layer. It's off in this direction now.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should head through the trees instead of on the path.
I kind of whisper back to Azaka, how close are we to Camp Righteous?
She says, one second.
Like, oh, you know, about that close.
Yeah, we're about like 2 hexes away. She says, we're probably about a day's travel from Camp Righteous.
Okay.
I'm guessing that Azaka is actually moving forward.
Yep, one sec, let me get, sorry, another layer. So yeah, she's gonna kind of stealthily move over here.
I'll go ahead and bite the bullet and go around the corner here.
Okay.
I'm going through the trees
But of course you are.
stealthily.
It's better than the trees
Do I
going
have
through
to
you.
know the track? And I'll just wait there till they come back around. Do I see anything?
Yeah, I'm just bro. Can you make one more perception check for me?
A
Please?
squirrel.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay, we avoided the encounter. Done, right?
Maybe. I would like to look at the roads to check if there's any tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and if any footprints.
Sure. Can you make a survival roll for me, please?
Survival. Okay, Tobias. Is it supposed to be investigation?
I think isn't. I thought tracking was survival. No, am I wrong?
It's investigation is usually for searching. Survival is usually for, I don't know, survival. I don't know. It's whatever the DM says it is. I can't remember.
Okay.
Is your investigation much better? Is that kind of
Yeah, investigation is much better. So okay.
I will look up tracking in the meantime. There's no tracking.
how much better is your investigation?
Twice as much.
So it's like a +4 instead of a +2.
It's 4, but my survival is 2.
Okay. I still think well, so you see some what look like it's kind of it's footprints of somebody wearing sandals or somebody wearing shoes. So you can see like shoe kind of style footprints.
So
Yeah, the tracking is survival.
Okay.
Yeah, I think investigation I think would be to find a footprint, and survival would be the ability to follow it. That could work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know investigation works for searching in general.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mainly for things like, basically like you're a Sherlock Holmes, who done it, what they do it with, that kind of thing. If you're tracking something, it's more survival.
Yeah.
So So you do see a set of footprints. Somebody wearing shoes, and they're heading kind of like. I'm just going to use the measuring tool to show you. They're heading kind of like in this. Well, they go kind of like round the corner. Let's see if I can get fancy now. No, okay. I can't remember how to do that. Anyway, so they go kind of like round the corner, or in this general direction is where you see them going towards.
So I'm just telling Golgar, just be warned, there's someone ahead of us, and they appear to be human, or at least humanoids.
I think you're tracking Valia.
Does Valia have shoes on?
That means the lady is not wearing shoes.
Okay. All right.
You do see a distinct set of three-toed footprints.
Oh, claw marks.
Yes, with claws at the end. Very, very velociraptor kind of footprints.
I'm gonna go ahead and just move up to here and look around.
So you at this point you don't hear anything actually.
Is Azaka moving up, by the way?
Whatever was there has already moved on.
Azaka is glaring at you, Ulfgar.
He's like, go on. Kind of like making motions to move forward.
After you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, she's gonna listen for a minute. She says, "Whatever it is gone."
So then let's continue.
Okay.
So Arak just moves forward ahead of us.
Okay, then yeah, I mean she continues around the corner. But at this point you don't hear or see any further evidence of what you caught sight of and heard.
So let's continue then.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like to do for this?
So we'll wait for the slowpokes to catch up to us. I'll go
Yeah.
up a little bit further.
I try and identify how many there might have been.
So that's probably more like, I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of
It's obviously going to be a stealth roll. I'm just putting that out there.
I still think it's survival. For you're still trying to track, find tracks in amongst the undergrowth. So
Okay. 18.
You see 3 sets of footprints.
Okay. I'd communicate that to the rest of the group,
Okay.
as we catch up.
You see them, and they kind of, oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. You see them leave kind of the jungle area around here. They were going this direction, then they disappeared, right? So they went like this direction. If you're taking a bit to investigate this, right?
Mm-hmm.
They went this direction for a little bit, then they disappeared. Then you see them again over here going this direction. Like you see them kind of in this path here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you lose track of them completely.
So the footprints like appear and disappear? Like they don't go off into some brush or something, they just suddenly stop and then they start again elsewhere?
It looks like kind of in this area up here that they did go off into the brush.
Okay.
And then down here it looks like they kind of exited the brush. But at the end here, you're not sure where they went.
Okay. Well, whoever it was, they probably know that we're behind them. We should keep our guard up and proceed with caution.
Yeah, I mean, Azaka catches up to you. She says, "Yes, you're not the most stealthy of creatures, are you?"
No, you're not.
I'm not, but you're you.
I've got
No,
the ears
you.
of a fox and the eyes of an eagle.
I look at Callisto. Did you see anything as you were coming out of the woods
I did
or out
not.
of the forest? Okay, yeah, I didn't. We only caught a glimpse of them going around the corner, but I haven't seen anything else. No more movement. Should we head on to see if we can find out what they were?
I'd
If
estimate
it's more
there was-
goblins, I'm out.
I'd estimate there was 3 of them, and they were about humanoid size. So, no smaller than me.
Yeah, they were definitely kind of taller than goblins.
No bigger than you.
The glimpse you caught of them.
Well, that's better than stacked goblins. So I guess we should continue forward.
All right, so let's go back to the map then.
I'm in the middle of pouring a cast in the
And
footprint.
they're heading the same way that we're heading, right?
It would appear
You're not sure because
So far, anyway, what we've gathered.
yeah, I mean they left the brush, they left the dense kind of jungle part, and you're not sure where they went after that. You see their footprints on the path for a minute, but after that, it's kind of like you're not sure if they were continuing on the same direction or not. So.
Okay. Well, let's keep on guard just in case we catch a glimpse of them again. Hopefully, we won't meet them at Camp Righteous, and if we do, they're friendly.
What was that faction that was harassing that monk that we came across?
Let me consult my notes.
I can't remember the name of them. I didn't actually write their name down either because I was so used to it. Because I'd heard of them before.
Yeah, they were bad people.
So, should we continue on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just cautiously.
Okay.
Of course, Cassius.
One moment. Let me just check this. Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's do that.
Is it Order of the Gauntlet?
No.
No, they were at Camp Righteous. Okay.
I can't remember the name. This is Zentarum. That was it. My money's on Zentarum.
Yes. Yeah. Right as you said that, I found it in my notes. This is Zentarum.
Okay, so we can get rid of this as well. Alright, so on you go. One more day of travel. And nothing or actually let me hang on one sec, let me check the weather. So it is when you break camp in the morning, it is raining heavily, actually. So this when it's raining heavily like this, you just get really saturated, like all your gear, your clothing, like anything that's, you know, kind of on the exterior of you, it just gets really saturated, and it's pretty miserable travel, like when it's like this, because there's just this constant kind of din in the background as well of the heavy rain hitting all of the like trees, the foliage, everything. But I mean, the good news is that a lot of the animals kind of shut up because while you're in the jungle, it's either one noise or another. There's never a moment's peace. It's just constant racket going on. But while you're the following day, while you're traveling, kind of mid-afternoon, you see. Actually, could you all make a perception check for me, please? We don't need a map for this. But... but I do need a perception check.
There you go.
Hmm.
Can you do a perception check for me, Nirva?
Oh, okay, hang on. Reception.
Okay. So, Valia and Tobias, you see this. And it's been like a heavy rainy morning, and then it seems to kind of clear up. But as you're walking, you notice this like kind of in the jungle up ahead of you, you can see coming through the trees this bank of kind of weird blue mist. It's just kind of like lazily rolling towards you.
Azaka. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't see it. I'm still head down, miserable from the previous night's cold.
Actually, let's see if Azaka sees it.
And I see that.
She does not see it. Yes, you do see it.
Okay. I'm like, does anybody else see that over there?
No.
Just a wisp of cloud.
Exactly.
No, literally, it's just a wisp of cloud. If you're pointing it out to Azaka, she, you see her eyes grow kind of big. She says, they call that the Mad Monkey Mist. She's like, we need to move out of its path as quickly as we can.
Oh, well, okay, let's go.
Yep.
So she leads you, kind of like, while you were on a bit of a like animal trail, right? She takes out her scimitar and starts like hacking through the jungle foliage to try and like get out of the path of this mist. So she's like going off into the undergrowth to try and get out of the path of the mist.
I'll try to help, like, with trying to pull trees and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you definitely saw it in time, and actually you're able to kind of move out of the way of it, and you just see this kind of like hang on one second, actually let me just double check that. Okay. Yeah, that's sorry. So you just see this kind of like, it's probably about like 30-foot radius, so kind of 60-foot diameter, kind of big cloud of just like bluish colored mist that just rolls kind of through the jungle just without like stopping. It just kind of continues on. And Azaka just kind of stands very cautiously. She manages to lead you up a little bit to higher ground as well, so you just kind of watch this mist roll by. And she says, we never want to be in that.
What does it do?
Yeah, it doesn't look very fun.
She says, those that are in there, there's a disease you can catch from being caught in the mists.
Not a fan of that.
What kind of disease?
Well, it's the Mad Monkey Mist, right? So you get Mad Monkey Fever. Of course you do.
Hey, didn't they say that one guy suffers from mad monkey fever?
Oh yeah.
It was the one dwarf guy, the blue dwarf or whatever he was.
Yep.
Albino or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What are the
The one
symptoms?
arm.
What creates?
She says, people go mad, from being in that mist. They lose their grip on reality, and it can have all kinds of horrible effects for that. She says, it's just chult. She says when you ask what creates it, it's part of our wildlife.
Oh, that's not creepy or anything. So, shall we move on?
Dino farts it is.
Right.
They group together and become sentient. Okay. So you dodge the mists, and yeah, the following day, you move into. Let's move you over there. I think. You manage to see in just not too far away. Hang on one second. I'm going to pop you on here again for a moment while I scoot this over because I need to. Okay.
Is it just supposed to be a big black screen?
No, it's not. So you. Hang on one second. One moment. Sorry. Need to zoom out. If there was a faster way to zoom out, that would be super handy.
There's a little scrolly thing at the top right, but I don't know if that's the same for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ha 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 ha. I knew that was there. I really did. Okay, so you approach the camp. 1 second. Let me check the map one more time. I'm going to use my fancy scroll bar. Okay, so we're kind of approaching the camp from that direction. Right, sorry. 1 moment. Boop. Zoom out again. So you see, I'm going to reveal. You see, this is what you see in the distance as you're approaching it. You see.
Oh, let me zoom in on that.
You see, you guys can see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. Sorry.
Valia has like chomped somebody's head off, is what it looks kind of like.
Okay. So you can see this kind of like giant. I mean, this is really big as well. This giant statue that's kind of around the camp. I really wish I could see like what this was revealing. That would be great.
Hold on, and I can.
Okay, so this is kind of what you see in the distance. Hopefully you can see some of the trees and stuff.
Well, I just tried drawing something, it disappeared. Oh well.
Really? Okay.
That's
all
fine.
right. Hang on. I think. Well, sorry. There's a crow on the chimney, and it sounds like it's in the living room with me. That's freaky. Hang on 1 sec. Let me adjust the page's settings because I think. So I need to do this. And this. Get rid of that.
Everything
Okay,
went
did
black.
that. Huh?
Everything went black.
Okay, alright. Now I should be able to reveal stuff to you. Reveal areas. No, maybe not. Please.
Hey! Oh, and I've got my little square back. Okay, let's delete the square.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can see. So this is what you see in the distance as you're approaching the camp. You see this giant stone statue of a great lizard, kind of almost depicted as a god, and he's got his arms up like this, and he's very kind of ornate looking, but obviously he's also quite weathered as well. So this has been around for quite a while. And as you draw closer to the camp during the day, you come up to the foot of the camp probably mid-afternoonish, and you can see along the riverside there's abandoned tents that are moldy and tattered, and some of the there's evidence of structures being burnt to the ground as well. You do find there's a couple of rowboats actually that are attached to the shoreline, kind of tied off at the shore of the river. And let's see, what else do you see? And then yes, there's a great. It's the camp is kind of built into the north side of a ridge, and also built into that ridge is this 80-foot tall stone statue that's carved to look kind of like a cross between a man and a crocodile, or a man with a crocodile on his back, actually. Sorry, yeah. So, and then you can see between the statue's feet is a stone archway that's leading to a dark tunnel. You also see to the left of the statue is a crude animal pen, and there's a small panicked bird running around inside of it.
Okay.
But there are no other signs of life at the camp that you see at the moment, right? So you see all these abandoned tents, some of them molding, some structures burnt to the ground, but the only thing that you see moving as if it's alive is this kind of bird that's in kind of an animal pen.
Okay. Should we end it there?
Yes, and I think that is where we will end. I agree.
All right. Well,
so
thanks.
yeah, next time we can see if you want to head into the
Righteous Doom.
into the statue's inner chambers, or see what else you find amongst what apparently appears to be the ruins of Camp Righteous.
The rubbles.
See if you can figure out what went wrong.
Well, thanks everybody for coming out. Specifically all of the players and Kashka and everything for the game today. I had a good time. Thanks everybody that's watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And we'll post again probably, at least a couple weeks, because I think next week is Easter, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be at least a couple weeks before we get together again. We'll post some kind of information up to let people know. So thanks everybody, and goodbye.
Bye.